If you've kept up with our reporting, you know the CBS News Texas I-Team has been busy shining an important spotlight on a growing mental health concern in all of our schools. After our investigation aired last week into the severe shortage of school psychologists, a viewer reached out and they wanted to know more about school counselors and social workers and whether they could help fill the need. Well, to answer that question, investigative reporter Brian New is digging into some new numbers.
The COVID lockdown has taken a heavy toll on mental health, even in children.
With the pandemic exacerbating mental health issues, the need for support in schools has never been greater. A study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry found 1 in 5 kids in the U.S. needs mental health support, and yet nearly 80% won't get it.
The mental health of kids in Texas would improve if we had the number of staff to support them.
Jenna Becker says school psychologists like her can help. The problem is there's just not enough of them in Texas schools. The National Association of School Psychologists recommends schools have 1 school psychologist for every 500 students. But in Texas, according to state education data, this past school year there was 1 for every 2,600 students. And the shortage goes beyond just one profession. The American School Counselors Association recommends schools have 1 school counselor for every 250 students. In Texas, the ratio is 1 for every 390 students. And when it comes to social workers, the ratio is even worse. The School Social Worker Association recommends 1 worker for every 250 students. In Texas, it's 1 for every 5,200. That's 20 times the recommended ratio.
The numbers are horrifying.
Efforts are being made to increase the number of mental health professionals, including awareness campaigns.
We are school psychologists!
New student loan repayment laws.
We urge Texas lawmakers to prioritize loan forgiveness in an attempt to reduce shortages of school psychologists,
along with additional state and federal funding. But money alone, experts say, won't solve the shortage. Becker says the key is to get more people into these professions.
That would be my hope, is that someone sees this and says, oh, I'm interested in that. I want to help kids one day, and that we could get a future school psychologist.
So on our website, we have links to organizations here in Texas that can help answer questions on what education and training is required to become a school psychologist, a school counselor, or a social worker. You can check that out by clicking on the I-Team page. With the I-Team, Brian New, CBS News, Texas.